This is Sir Wilkins of the Job and Tears podcast, and I hope all is well. I am here kicking it with Blacker the Berry podcast, and we about to get it on. Talk some shit.
Oh, shit. Ding, ding. Motherfucking ding. Listen, I am Dean. That over there is the Madman Lungs. And let me let you know something about who we got in the building. I like to call this brother.
He's not a knight.
Listen.
Not a bishop.
Nah. Listen. The gentleman that we have on right now, I like to call him the Stephen A. Of wrestling.
Stay off the weed.
He is the listen for me. He is the black voice of wrestling for me. When I look on Instagram and I want to hear what I need to hear, I need to either tune in to him or Black Wrestling Alliance. That's the only two motherfuckers I need in my life.
And Barry and Smarts.
Oh, no, time out. You go to Barry and Smarts when you just need that negativity, and I love all of it. I love all of it.
Right.
But that's all.
That's it. Listen, Barry is the homie, but he just brews all that shit. You know me. I'm always with the shit. Yeah, but listen, Sir Wilkins is coming out here from the Job of Tears podcast, fucking with Blacker the Berry, and I want to know something. I want to know something, Mr. Sir Wilkins. What made you decide to get into that ring? Because you big as shit, and I was really like, holy shit, like this isn't a small man. Like I was like, oh, this is why when they were talking shit about to you, you hopped in that ring. So can you tell the people how you went from not only is he an Instagram black wrestling media star, but he decided that I'm going to really put somebody through it. Because what are you, like 6'2", 6'3"?
I am actually short, nigga. I am actually 5'10" on a good day.
What?
Got Instagram.
Yo, the fucking internet's a lie.
That should do numbers.
My whole life is a lie.
That should do numbers. That should add.
This whole time I thought you were like 6'2".
This is a big nigga.
like 6'2", like 250 or some shit like that.
Nah, I have a solid 5'10" on a good day. I'm gonna put some lifts in my boots, my nigga, and I'm probably 6 feet when I start wrestling.
That's crazy.
But to answer your question, I always wanted to do it. Like always learn about it. I like to learn shit. Like that's just who I am. I always want to like dig deep into something, especially when I love something. And when we broke off from the original podcast that we were doing, and we started doing our own thing, there was a tryout or open house for my school. And I was like, I've been wanting to do this my whole entire life. Just get in the ring and do shit. And they had it, and I started going to the school. So my school is House of Glory. The head trainer there is Amazing Red. So people who don't know Amazing Red is, I'll put it in rapping terms. He is like the mixtape king that never made it. He is like the MF Doom, the rest in peace MF Doom.
Ooh, rest in peace.
He is the Griselda before Griselda.
Boom.
Like he is the guy that modern day wrestling is from him. Like he has a huge influence in modern day wrestling. And so I went to the school. They were fucking us up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. They were trying to break us. Because the whole thing about them is like, yo, wrestling is not easy. People think it is, but this shit is not easy at all.
Not at all.
He worked the fuck out of me. And I really was like, hold on, this nigga's got beef? I was like, wait, he doesn't seem like he would. These niggas work me.
and that canvas looked like a hard surface, man. To getting up from that shit.
The psychology and the physicality of it. Holy shit.
So if anybody who's listening and doesn't know this, scientifically proven, every time you take a bump in the ring, it's like being in a small car crash. That is like scientifically been proven that you are in a car crash every time you take a bump. And everybody, I'm about to go behind the curtain with y'all. Every person and every wrestler has a bump card. There comes to a point that all the punches in your bump card are gonna be filled, and you can't take any more bumps because your body just got.
So I experienced that from football.
Something to your point. So at this gym I used to work out at, me and my partner fucking took, like, he is a wrestler. He's on the independent circuit, and I forgot his name. like Johnny Cash or Johnny something, I forget. But he has a ring up there in like in the second part of the gym. And he was like, yeah, you go in there, you can hit the rope, take some bumps. So I hit the rope. I was like, okay. Then he was like, all right, just give yourself like, a flat drop. Back body drop, whatever the case may be. Son.
Hit that motherfucker.
And then he goes, yo, you know how to fall. I was like, yeah, tuck my chin, whatever like that. He goes, yeah, but just get as high as you can. I was like, all right. So I jumped up. When I hit that shit, my ribs rattled. I was like, I'm good. I don't never need to do this.
Tough.
I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. Like, I'm gonna go back to wrestling, like just a regular wrestling jiu-jitsu, because this shit, that shit, I was good on that. I was like,
I love Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Oh my God. I'm waiting for when my schedule's a little bit more easier for me to start doing that.
I want COVID to calm down a little bit, because I actually speak about a podcast. My big brother chokes me out. So yeah, and I gotta go get revenge. So I gotta go train.
I'm actually interested too, but from like a outside looking in standpoint, what are some of the besides knowing how to defend yourself, what are some of the things that, because I don't want to like compete in the shit. I just want to like practice and know to study and just learn the shit. You know what I'm saying? And like learn submission holds and shit.
So mentally good and physically good. It's just like good shit. Like I know like some basic shit of it, and it's just when you're working like because you never wrestled in high school, did you?
No, hell no.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's something different when you can just impose your will on another man.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's a common effect in life. Like when I walk into rooms and shit, like I know how to, like I'm not naturally looking here to fight people, because I'm just like, if it comes
I've taken karate too, so I understand the discipline.
Your high kick is asinine.
Yeah, niggas don't.
But you know what's another thing about it?
Put you out.
Like a good martial arts teacher or like Brazilian jiu-jitsu like teacher or sensei per se. There's a mental thing about it. When you're in a chokehold from another person, you can't spaz out. You can't freak out in that position. You have to stay calm in the fire. So it teaches you to stay calm within a fire. Because think about it. If somebody's choking you, the more you're moving around, the more you're spazzing.
Right. The more struggle, the more air you're losing.
And it's a life like lesson. Like I ain't gonna hold you. This whole COVID shit taught me that within the fire, you gotta stay calm in the fire. The whole world could be burning around you. You gotta be like, all right, cool. You know when your shorty's just spazzing on you, just yelling and cursing you out, and if you yell back at her, it just makes things a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
And if you stay calm, it's like the whole situation calms down slowly. And that's just like how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the few times I've done it, really taught me, like, I'm a big dude. And I'm kind of wide, and I'm strong, I used to powerlift. I used to compete in powerlifting. So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I was able to like maneuver away because I was stronger than most of the dudes there. But there were some dudes that were like half my size putting me. So I was like, bro, you had to stay calm.
It's humbling, right?
You can't freak out. Even if you were about to die, you can't freak out. Because that's millisecond, you can get that millisecond over and get them over.
Bro, nothing's like humbling experience. Like Will, right? So we got a buddy. Shout out to Will.
He's crazy.
Will is, I love Will to death.
Yeah, he's funny.
If you see Will, you wouldn't know how dangerous Will really is.
Yeah.
So so after college, I used to do some jiu-jitsu with Will. So we went to his dojo, his spot, whatever like that. So we doing the shit. And so I was going against Will because they threw me in the heavyweight class, because I think at that time I was like 220. So it was like rightfully so. Now Will is 6'4". At that time, maybe like $190, maybe 200 pounds. We rolling, we doing it. Like I got like the wrestling background. I did some jiu-jitsu in college a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I got I'm not anything, but I got some understanding.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds like
you want to talk about a humbling experience. Like you say, staying calm through the fire. It's nothing crazier than somebody pushing you to the limit the whole time while they're really not even like because he was training for a fight and he was like, I'm gonna have to fight some heavy people. I just want to try some stuff. So he was trying certain moves on me, and I'm just trying to, like you say, stay calm. Like, listen, after the first time, I was like, all right. I said, I kind of got it. Like, I'm gonna get it, but I just got to get mine.
Right.
Like, and that's what just having a plan of attack. Like, listen, that's the one thing jiu-jitsu has taught me is just, and the one thing wrestling even taught me too is like, all right, I may not win this.
Right.
I faced some animals in high school. I've faced some motherfuckers that ended up going, wrestle D2, D1. And then at that point, it's just like, all right, I just have to get mine. And that's how I look at life. You may get yours, but I'm damn sure gonna take what's mine. And whatever that is, I'm getting my pound of flesh.
So to my understanding, is it mostly like grappling and submissions, or there's like mixed like striking involved?
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu does have some striking, but it's mostly
it has light striking from what I remember, but it's more grappling and submission, and it's not like what you see in the UFC, because UFC is mixed martial arts. Remember?
Right.
So
it came from judo.
But yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And then if you ever get a chance, there's a whole documentary on how mixed martial arts started. It's on YouTube. It's like I'm like, once again, when I dive deep into something, I dive in. It started off like he said with judo, then it moved to Brazil with the what's the name? The Gracie brothers. The Gracie brothers, that family.
Right. I've heard of that.
Maneuvers into whatever, but when it's mostly grappling and like submission holds, but I ain't gonna hold you. If you get into a real fight on the street, that shit can work. I ain't gonna.
Yes.
And there was one time, story time. I was we were doing an event at Legends. Legends is the spot that we do our wrestling viewing parties. And we had there's 3 floors at Legends. There's the main floor. They have a mezzanine on top, and then they have a basement. So me and Legends, that's family. The me and the owners are cool because we've been doing events there. I've been doing viewing parties for almost 10 years. I've been at Legends for like 6, 7.
Facts. Okay.
So they were like, "Yo, Wilkins, there's a strip club down the block." I love New York because it's like random shit. There's like a family store and a strip club next door, like type of shit. That's how New York is. There was a strip club down the block that they were cool with, and they need to do their basically like their Christmas party in the mezzanine. So I was like, yeah, no doubt, no, all good, whatever. They upstairs will be on the main floor because we can separate the sound and everything. So all right, we cool. So once again, this is like my family. Like this is family. I've been working with them for so many years, whatever. We never usually have a bouncer there because it's not needed. It's fucking wrestling fans. They ain't gonna start no real shit.
Yeah, of course.
So there's only one bouncer. So I'm in there, and one of the dudes from the other party, he was acting up with the bouncer, like acting the fuck up. And he was drunk, obviously. And I'm watching from the corner of my eye. I'm like, what's going on over there? I got a whole ass blazer on and fucking shirt, suit and tie, like whatever. And I'm watching it, and he's like talking.
Even there wrestling people, I told y'all. You got the host. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, that was the emphasis on the Sir part.
You know what I'm saying? He's talking wild shit to the bouncer. But I'm like, the bouncer was like solid 6'10", 6'9", whatever.
Oh,
300
big
pounds.
nigga. Right.
Big motherfucker. I ain't worried about him. But then I see another dude sneak up behind the bouncer. So I'm just like, yo, this is about to get turned up. So I see that, and the dude that's talking shit in front of the bouncer's face, I instantly grab him and put him in a chokehold. And I'm on the floor with him, and I'm choking him the fuck out.
Beautiful. What kind of choke you have him in?
I have him like in a regular like sleeper. I have him in a sleeper, like, yo, just relax. And then the bouncer has another dude on top of him trying to choke him out. But the dude was like 5'5". It was like a little kid trying to choke out his dad. So I'm choking the dude out. I'm on the floor, and the dude's like, oh, get off me. And his wife is hitting me, but I don't feel it. Because I'm so focused on like trying to get this nigga get the fuck off, not do anything. And my girl at the time ended up jumping in and beating the girl up. That's
wonderful. Damn, that's wonderful. We love these kind of stories,
right? So everybody learn jiu-jitsu, learn how to defend yourself, so that if niggas act crazy, keep their hands to themselves and need to control themselves. Somebody,
but that's the thing. That's what it should be like. it's all about defending yourself. Like, I ain't trying to look for no fight. I ain't Ryu from Street Fighter. I ain't traveling the world
looking for smoke.
You're just trying to protect you and yours.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a beautiful, I think it's a beautiful sport. And this year I told myself, like, I'm going to try to get into it more and try to really like learn it. It ain't cheap though either. So, but
no, it's not. It's not. But it's definitely something that is well worth the while. Or if you're not going to do that, people,
get a gun.
You know what I was going to say. Get your pistol permits. Black people. Listen. This is a Black as Fuck podcast interviewing a member of a Black as Fuck podcast. So some black motherfuckers are going to be listening to it. If you don't
appreciate y'all.
Love it. If you do not have a weapon in your house to defend your home for your Second Amendment rights, and you can't fight, you really got to think about what's going to happen to you when shit hits the fan. Because we see what happened with these crazy crackers on the Hill recently. And we see this. So let's not act like we don't need to know what's going on. Right. And I'm going to leave it at that because we're not going to talk that. You know what I'm saying? We hear, you know what I mean? We hear on the wrestling tip. I don't want to drag you into that.
No. If you I got shot at before. I've been shot at before. I got shot when I was like 19. So
let's talk about it. What happened?
Damn.
So I was 19, and I always tell this story when people ask, because I have a scar on my back, so bitches want to ask me like where that scar come from. Okay, I'll tell you.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
you're dangerous.
You got shot?
So I was 19, and I never was a super party person. I always like to work. It's funny because I ended up becoming a promoter after. So I was all about getting my money because my mom didn't let me work. I have a super Haitian mom. She was like, go to school, and that's it. So I couldn't work until I was like 18 years old. So, you know, whatever little $2 or $5 a day she gave me, that was like the money I had.
Right.
So I started working like a lot. But my friends were like at that age where they were going to all the 21 and under parties in Queens. I'm from Queens. So there was one night fucked up though. Yeah. I was like, there was one night I was like, I'm gonna go party. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go out. So I took I got somebody to switch my shift, to take my shift I was working at Express at the time, to take my shift, and I was like, I'm gonna hit this party. So I go to the party. I had a great ass time. I to this day I would say I had a good ass time. We leave the party, and it was a good 8 of us that went out together. And 4 of us had girls. The other 4 were single. So that, you know, they're doing the let out. For people who are listening, the let out is the party's over, you're trying to bag something.
It's the chase.
Exactly, the chase.
Chase. That's the critical. That's the fourth quarter right there. That's exactly. The fourth quarter.
It's like the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. You ain't getting no.
Who are you? Who are you in that moment? Are you a fucking jaguar? Are you a cheetah? Are you a motherfucking gazelle? Who are you in that point?
Exactly. So the party lets out, and I'm chilling with a couple of dudes who I end up becoming cool with later on. But we weren't like, it's kind of like your man's who comes with you. That's who they were at the time. So we all had girlfriends, and I had a girl, but we were kind of like in that weird stage, like, are we going to continue doing this? What's going on? We need some time.
So that means that you can go be a savage.
Yeah.
You on your whole shit. Okay.
Yeah. But I was like, nah, because I was just coming into myself, so I didn't know my whole capabilities yet.
Right.
The whole powers didn't come in yet.
Right. But you knew you had a little bit. You're like, I got the basic package right now.
Yeah. So we chilling there, and I'll never forget this. Obviously, I'm never gonna forget it, but it was these 2 dudes and this girl. They're walking past us, and one of the dudes was just staring at us, at me and my 2 other homeboys. And literally at that moment, I was like, why are these niggas staring at us? I let it go.
Typical nigga thought.
I let it go. They walk, and about 5 minutes later, the dudes come back without the girl. So One of the dudes steps up to my homeboy who's with us. My homeboy is like 5'3", $120, $130, soaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
No threat to nobody. Mm-hmm. Nicest dude ever. Ain't got glasses. A hipster type of dude, black dude. Well, he ain't gonna bother nobody. So you were looking for trouble.
Got you. Yeah.
So he steps up to him. He's like, "Yo, what up? Were y'all niggas talking about us?" So I'm standing next to him, and I have no shirt on. I don't know why I had no shirt on. It was a hot. It was a Caribbean party. I was getting it in.
I got you.
That was intimidating enough.
I was like, so I'm not a fighter. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not one that's gonna like, yo, let's go scrap type of shit.
Right.
But I was like, yo, what are you doing? I was like, yo, we don't want no trouble. Yo, chill out. And he steps to me. He looks me up and down, and then turns around and punches my man's in the face.
Damn.
So I'm the dorkiest nigga in the world, kind of a cornball, but I have a little bit of hood in me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, we about to scrap? Okay.
No, you just a man. It's not even that. You just a man.
In my head, it was win, lose, or draw. I'm going to go home, make a sandwich. This is going to be over. We about to fight. That's it. But remember, there was two of them that was there.
Right.
So
2-on-2.
It was 3-on-2 because my other man was
there too. Okay.
I thought I was like, we about to fuck niggas up. But he punches my man's. I grab him. I'm about to like lay it on him. And for some reason, something told me to look to my left. I look to my left. The other nigga pulls out the shotty. I said, "Oh, this is the time that we are on. I snuff this dude. Let me run." So I run. He shoots at me like 4 times, if I remember correctly.
I'm about to say, I hope you didn't get it got hit you in the back.
He hit me directly in the back.
Oh, he rickied you.
Thank God you still hit. Was definitely so. It was Ricky. It was Ricky.
Thank God you still hit, bro. That's crazy.
He hits me in the back. I'm gonna tell you. I have the scar still here. I ran through a fence like on some cartoon shit. Like I literally ran through somebody's fence. And I still got the scar from grazing the fence. I get hit, and I'm fucked up in the head, so I start laughing.
What?
I was like, I just got shot.
Yo.
What the fuck? So
what did your body feel? Like, what did you
I didn't feel nothing. I didn't feel nothing. I knew I got hit, but I didn't feel nothing. So cell phones are just brand new at the time. I'm an old nigga. I'm 33, so
hey, you're not that old.
So I pull out my cell phone and I call the cops.
So your friends are there though, right?
No, everybody scattered because the gunshots went off. I'm by myself at this point.
Oh.
So when they started popping, I guess they ran after. I guess they ran.
And there's one.
And I don't know what happened. So I'm laying there and I'm on somebody's fucking front lawn, blood drooling down, coming down my back. And I pull out my cell phone. I dial the cops. I'm just like, yo, hey, I got shot. And they're like, where are you? Nigga, what? I didn't know y'all niggas got GPS on my phone. What do you mean where I'm at? They're yelling at me like, sir, we need to know where you're at. I said, all right. I didn't know where I was. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know where I was. So I get up, blood coming down my back. I walk to the corner to see what street I'm on. I tell them I'm like on this, and this. And this is when you know how black people, how cops are to black people. The cops run up on me and tell me to get down on the floor. Nigga, I just got shot. Why are you telling me?
Amazing.
So I'm on the floor and I'm
we wonder why the crackers on the hill didn't get shot.
I'm smiling at this point. I was like, yo, what the fuck did I just get myself into? And I remember my homegirl who was throwing the party was looking outside the window. She was like, what the fuck? But I'm still smiling because I was like, yo, this is some wild shit. This is unbelievable. They tossed me into the ambulance and they're like, yo, we got to cut your pants. I was like, nigga, what? I was like, no. She was like, we have to open up your pants to put a gown on you to prepare you to go into the emergency room. I was like, these are antique jeans. These are expensive.
You just got fucking shot, bro. What the fucking jeans? Hilarious.
And that's because with my mentality is like, I'm not gonna focus on the bad shit that just happened. I'm gonna make some jokes out of these.
Oh, I got you.
So they cut it open. They tossed me on, and I get to the emergency room. Mm-hmm. One thing I will say, I don't always have a pure hatred for cops because there are some good ones out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you there.
There's this white dude. He's a cop. He's sitting there with me because I wake up and I'm on the fucking ICU, and the cop is there. He's like, "Yo, I'm not going nowhere." Like, I found out. I got all the details. You were the innocent dude. This is fucked up. I'm gonna make sure that you get into the that you're good, and then I'll leave. So, I got this hot ass fucking big booty white nurse coming in and out, helping me out. And the doctor comes in. He's like, yo, we just did the x-rays. Or what we're thinking about doing right now is letting it stay in, because the bullet got stuck. He's like, we're going to let it stay in your system, and you're going to flush, your system can flush it out, type of shit. I was like, all right, Dad, we good.
Can I ask you 2 quick questions?
Yeah.
1, where were you at? 2, what were the slugs that you got hit with?
I don't know the slugs that I got hit with. I was by Farmers. There's a Haitian spot called.
Oh, you were in Queens.
Yeah, I was in Queens. There's this Haitian spot called Brasse Creole. That's what it's called. But they were throwing a Jamaican party there that night. So that's where I was. And I'm stupid, so I was like, I got to make some phone calls. I got to call my mom's, and I got to call Shorty. And then I call my mom. The mom is like, what the fuck did you just get yourself into? So she comes down. My Shorty is crying, and I was like, "Yo, relax. I'm still good." I was like, "Hold on for a second. I got shot in my lower back. So let me see if my dick works." I was like, "Talk after me real quick."
Say something to me. Make sure I can still move my toes and shit.
Yeah. So they grab it. Then, as soon as I got off the phone with her, the doctor comes back in. He's like, "Yo, we have to go into operation, like right now." And they were like, yo, well, we just looked at the bullet even more. It's wrapped around nerves. So if we let it stay there, it's going to continue moving around. And I might be walking down the street one day and I can't walk anymore.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, so we got to take that shit out.
So we have to take it out right away. So I went into operation like right away. They took it out. Like I said before, it was like, I look at the bright side about it. I had one of the best doctors when it came to like neurological shit. Like I remember when I was doing like, the follow up, I'm in his office. He's like, he has awards all over the office, whatever. I got shot in Queens. I ended up in the Long Island Jewish Hospital in North Shore.
That's a great hospital.
Exactly.
That's a great hospital.
So regardless of what happened, God took care of me that night.
Yeah.
Because if the bullet had moved like less than a centimeter over, I'm not walking. So now, I look at it like I'm good now. There's some parts of my legs that are still numb, but I can squat 450.
Oh, okay. So you're good now. So you're good now. Yeah, you good.
Yeah. So it's, but I always look at like shit could have been. That's how I look at like shit could be worse.
So hold on. So I just got to say this. So for the record, when I was saying people should have guns, I wasn't talking about you doing fuck shit like this. See, this is the shit that fucks it up for the rest of us.
But the reason why I agree with you on that one, though, bro, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, it is needed. Because the fuck shit, let's take that away. Even though that happened to me, I still believe us as people of color should use that Second Amendment right.
Oh, of course. Because
everybody else uses it. Everybody else has like 20 fucking guns in their crib, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we're not using it just to fuck shit. We're using it to protect our family, protect our homes.
Absolutely.
Because, bro, like, I've heard stories about people moving into white neighborhood and they just fuck with you.
Yeah, you saw that one. There was that one sister in Long Island. Where was she at? Was she in Valley Stream?
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, she's in Valley Stream.
I actually
know her.
She's my homeboy's baby mom's.
Wow.
And he was telling me the crazy shit that was going on out there. They got their own issues, whatever, but he was like, yeah, that shit is wild. They were dropping shit in her backyard, dead animals and shit like that. Like, but I don't mean to get political, but
you can get political. You can get political. We're fine with
let's say we did that.
Yeah.
Let's say one of us that look like us did that shit to them.
It's over. We know it's over. Come on.
And that's the thing with, like, we saw what happened on the Capitol Hill. Like,
the crazy crack. Excuse me. Can we just refer to it as the crazy crackers on the hill? I just want to make sure the crazy crackers on the hill, because we gotta listen. These motherfuckers, I don't care what people want to say. You have people on the right who are just like, oh, those were Antifa motherfuckers, those were insurgents. People on the
That's a lot of Antifa niggas.
People on the left are then saying, well, who are these motherfuckers getting arrested? Everyone's having this whole big conspiracy, yada, yada, yada. But let's have a conversation that we have billions and billions and billions invested into our motherfucking defense. And you're telling me we couldn't fucking protect the place that not only our laws are drafted and voted on, but then also the same place, no matter how you wanna cut it. The vice president of the United States was in that building, and y'all let it get breached, like I think 1 to 2 floors before you evacuated him. That does in itself beg the question.
That is a little concerning.
Not even concerning.
Very concerning. But
I gotta
if that's the most sanctum place.
Hold on. It gets a little crazy because I gotta sprinkle a little.
Is it not?
Hold on, it gets crazier because I gotta sprinkle a little Alex Jones on it.
Oh God.
So if I sprinkle a little Alex Jones on it, how the fuck do we let these crazy crackers on the hill get this far in the Capitol building? Think of this shit is fucking very, very strange in its fucking in its whole entirety with the vice president, and then you also have the fucking the current Senate majority leader. For the Republicans, you got the current fucking Democratic minority leader. Like, son, think about if these crazy crackers on the hill got in that fucking place and then did something crazy.
They did a lot of shit crazy.
No, but I'm talking. Okay, first of all, they committed multiple federal offenses. But I'm talking about if they really, like, what the fuck was going to go down? You saw them at one point in time. They got a video of state police barricaded in the chambers while they're escorting these motherfuckers out because you let them get that far in. I'm just saying, there's something a little fishy. How did they get this far? It's beyond white privilege that was shown when they didn't get shot.
So you're saying it was staged?
They should have been shot on the steps. But the fact that they got in the building up 2 flights of stairs for y'all decided, what the fuck is going on? There's a lot of crazy crackers on the hill.
Wasn't there a fire?
There was multiple things. They found a couple of bombs that was supposed to be detonated off. They had guns. They were doing some wild shit. So this is my opinion on it.
And they say black identity extremists are the fucking they say that black identity extremists, the FBI said that is the issue, and that's what motherfuckers need to watch out for. This is what when I say crazy crackers on the hill, I don't even just mean those motherfuckers who ran up in the Capitol building. This shit runs deep into the fucking system of it. Deep within the people. And I'm not gonna be apologetic about the way I deliver it to you weak-willed motherfuckers. No. This shit is wild, and the fact these crazy crackers on the hill are just running on the hill.
But
amazing.
You gotta see something. You gotta see the brighter picture about this. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna sound crazy.
Yeah, this seems a little bit of like a reach there, brother.
I'm about to tell you the reach.
Break it down. Break it down like a fraction.
When it comes to black people, anything that we do, they are scared as shit of us.
Absolutely.
And
capable of anything.
That is our black privilege. And I know this sounds crazy, but it is. We just never fully used it to our advantage.
Right.
And they're just fucking scared of shit.
Wait, hold on. Well, no. You know why they're scared of shit of us? It's because these motherfuckers had us enslaved for fucking hundreds of years. First of all, hold on. Hear me out. I'm going to tell you why they're scared of us and why they should be scared of us, because you had us enslaved for hundreds and hundreds of years. Then on top of that, desegregation just happened in the 60s. In the fucking 60s. But here's the thing. There was nothing that ever was done from it. So then they already have this superiority complex, but then they kind of know that it's like, oh shit, you could kind of do something. And because the black privilege you speak of is besides them being scared of us, but also we can say a lot more of what we feel and what we want just because of just the way the system was. But then you know what though? That's true. And that's why I like to take full advantage of it. But I refuse to ever give these crazy crackers on the hill any fucking pass, because you know what?
No, there's no pass given.
Oh no. I know you're not giving a pass, but I'm just saying why I feel so. It's just, to me, it's hilarious.
We are capable
it's how we are laughing as a black people right now to this shit. But we knew this. Hold on for a second. We knew this. We all, me, you, we all knew that these motherfuckers are crazy. I've been saying this for years.
Right.
Those trailer park niggas, those middle America ass motherfuckers are crazy as shit. You talking about Floyd the crackhead that's in the projects? I'll take Floyd the crackhead over Johnny B from the trailer park any day. I feel protected at. Because there's a sense of like superiority when it comes to them because I'm white.
Elitism.
And they're mediocre white people. Like, you don't get credit for being a mediocre white person. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say, like, listen, they're fucking these.
They on the lowest side of the totem pole. Not even mediocre.
What I mean is, in a sense, it's
I get you. But I don't want to use that word for
fucking true. They're just the lowest, and it's kind of like, yo, the same way that people like to say that black people block vote one way, which we do. You look in the middle of America, they vote one way when a lot of these policies that they're voting against would directly help them. Like, listen here, you trailer park trash piece of shit.
I don't understand that.
Or listen, motherfucker, if you are fucking on SNAP benefits, food stamps, and then you're in the middle of America talking about Donald Trump's going to make America great again. He's cutting the shit that you live off of, motherfucker. It's just let's.
That's why I don't understand why they even voted for him.
These are crazy crackers on the hill.
How did he?
It's amazing.
He appealed to them. He appealed to them with that immigration shit, and that's how he got him.
I don't feel. Listen, here's what's funny with the immigration shit. Immigration, to me, from the Mexicans that everyone has an issue with from Latin America, that's not the problem. You know what has shown to be the problem, which I've been talking about for fucking seasons, is the fucking East European countries who have, listen, they send these kids over here. Here's what they'll do. They have these women. They'll come over here. They have their kids. Then they go back to their country. They go back to China, go back to Russia. That kid is still technically a United States citizen. Gets a social security number. They raise that kid over there. Then that kid comes back and does all kind of fuck shit. Or here's the best shit. Here's the best shit. These motherfuckers come over here on their fucking student visas. Then they stay over here afterwards. They do not go back to their country. And then they're doing all other kind of undocumented fuck shit. But you're just worried about south of the border. These motherfuckers coming over here from Eastern Europe, the reason why they possess more of a national security risk is because look at our elections. How have they been infiltrated? Listen, you had that motherfucking Chinese bitch who came over here, who was fucking over here sleeping with that punk ass motherfucker, a Democrat from fucking California. The dude, I think his name was Eric. Y'all remember that shit? And guess what? She was a spy. You know what she was sent over here to do? Sleep with high level politicians so she can push the Chinese motherfucking agenda. You dig what I'm saying? She started off as low as mayors. This This is not a fucking game. So these fucking crazy crackers on the hill in the middle of America are worried about people coming from south of the border doing jobs. Hold on, give me a second. Doing jobs that these motherfuckers don't want to do because guess what? You are living off of the government. The same way you want to talk about certain kind of black people living off the government. Listen, I'm not going to debate you on that, but let's not act like you don't have a large majority of you motherfuckers doing the same thing. And you actively vote against your own interests just off of the color, off of the fact that you're white and you think you're superior to someone, and you're not superior to a motherfucking thing. You aren't a motherfucking thing. So don't think you're superior to somebody just because you were born white. You haven't even used your right to do anything. You're over here living over the government and you white. I don't got no respect for you. No respect. The system doesn't fight against you. How do you not do something?
But it goes back to that because that's the only thing that they have. Like, if a lot of them took race out the equation and realized, yo, listen, these motherfuckers who are up there in Congress and Trump and everything of that nature, they don't care about us because I watched this podcast. It's actually like a pretty good podcast. Oche Senko, a couple other dudes on there. I think it's called I'm an Athlete.
I am an athlete. Yeah, fuck with them.
And one of the dudes was on there, and he's a football player, multi-millionaire, all this other shit. He said something that really stuck out to me. He goes, I voted for Obama. It didn't benefit me because he taxed the fucking rich, and I'm one of the rich. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It helped out all my friends and family who are not rich. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It helped them out. So when it goes back to these white folks, in their mind, they're so focused on the race part, but not understanding that if we get better policies, America as a whole becomes better. Mm-hmm. If we get better policies, your kids live a better life outside of this trailer park that you're in. Because that trailer park that you're in is probably worse than the projects, to keep it a whole lot.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've never been to a trailer park, so I don't know. I don't want to speak on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know. But I'm definitely assuming.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
Definitely a field trip. I'm not permission to go.
I got enough from Breaking Bad.
And then like you take, let's say Susie Q from the trailer park in Middle America. Mm-hmm. If she understood that shit is rough out here for all of us, and we should come together and start working together instead of playing this team red, team blue shit, shit would be a whole lot better. And people shit on Obama's legacy, especially people of color. And I get it. I get why. I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you actually look into his legacy, this nigga was trying to push out so much great shit.
Oh yeah.
But the Republicans kept stopping it.
Yeah. That's not denied. We know that.
But a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Like the Obama.
I think that's common knowledge.
But didn't he? There was at one, I think, because there was at one point in time he did have a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate.
But I'm gonna speak on that real quick. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the problem with that is. Mm-hmm. So I'm a history major. I went to school for history, so I love this shit. This is why y'all talking about, like, all right, I might as well get into it. So when a president comes into office, their first term is all about getting reelected.
Of course.
For the second term. So your first term, you're playing it safe. So Obama came into this on this bipartisan shit, like, yo, let's all work together. We're all gonna be homies, blah, 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 blah. But he knew, but he didn't know, like, nigga, you still black. And they ain't fucking with you. So yeah, he had that shit in the first term, but he didn't want to come in guns blazing like Trump did. Mm-hmm. So he said, you know what? I'm going to play it cool the first term because I'm going to get this second term. Second term comes around, what happens? Shit flips.
You're right.
Yeah, flipped hard.
Shit fucking flips. He's trying to push out Obamacare, and the Republicans is like, and this is my belief, I don't know this for a fact, but I really believe the Republicans are like, this is too good. So they kept sending it back to him like, nah, fix this, add this, put this, put that, put this, put that, put this, put that. So the final thing of the Obamacare was not what he wanted to put out.
It was watered down, yeah.
It was watered down as fuck. It was like you go to the club and they give you fake Hennessy.
My health insurance has increased. I'm putting it out there.
Exactly.
My personal health insurance has fucking increased.
And then that's not, that wasn't the goal.
And the way that it's packaged now, it's fucking stupid. Like,
exactly.
Like, it's wild that I have to get like a fucking, you have to, in my health insurance, besides my health insurance, I had to get a portion of it that says, that's like, if you get in a car accident, this would cover your ambulance bill from here to here. Like, why do I have to, if it's health insurance, why do I have to break it down to such a fraction down to that?
Yeah,
it's
like
fucking
situational.
It's sad, but that's what they wanted because Republicans take care of big business. Now,
so people don't understand.
The sad part about our economy, it literally, big business is our lifeline. That's the sad part. It's just what it is. Like when Obama bailed out a bunch of those big companies, he had to. If he didn't, nigga, bread would be like $100 today. So that was the thing. So him, like, cause I'm a personal trainer for anybody that's listening. So a couple of my clients are in the finance field. So they break it down to me. They're like, yo, this shit is fucked up, but he kind of has to, because if he doesn't bail out these companies, we're fucked in the long run. And Trump keeps talking about, I fixed the economy, blah, blah, blah. But nah, Obama
did that. Yeah.
Because things don't happen right away.
Right.
So he put things through, so things started getting better and better, and the economy did go up. People got more jobs and shit like that. But the rich, the Republicans, keep putting this thing out there. Oh no, shit didn't happen the way it was supposed to. It didn't happen for you because that nigga got into your money, put taxes on your asses. Now y'all big mad.
Now, can we have a conversation just in regards to taxes? And here's what I want to talk about is where our tax money is going, because when we look at these bills and when we look at what and where our money goes into certain countries and how much and in certain research, it begs you just to wonder how it's amazing. It's amazing that we're taxed so much on any regard. It doesn't matter if you're fucking in the middle class. It doesn't matter if you're low class. It doesn't matter if you're high class. You're still getting taxed at a ridiculous rate for shit that is not benefiting you as a fucking whole.
And I'm just like,
as a whole. So I think, like, to me, we are in such a fucked position when it comes to our economy, even the way that, like, all right, the Federal Reserve. How much money, how much gold do we have in that is accounted for us? Do we know? It's only been ordered once. No. What are we're playing with things.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. We need more like that. We need more like public knowledge, public information. Like we should understand
why
like
Nixon
how to
took
know.
us. I understood why Nixon took us off the gold, because China was buying up all the shit.
Right.
But like, yo, we are in such a position with big business being in bed with corporations. I talk about it with ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange. And we see how not only Republicans, but Democrats are in these organizations that are just drafting bills that are fucking us. Like this whole pandemic. It's like, listen, at the end of the day, I personally believe in survival of the fittest. So what I believe the government should have did was those individuals who are at risk, they should have been put in protections to help keep them at home, to help sustain them. But then also, too, let people take their own risk. If those people want to stay home instead of, let them stay home and do what they should have been doing. There's some people want to go out there and go kill their whole descendants. Let them go do that.
Yeah, but people are stupid. People are fucking stupid.
And you have to.
Y'all niggas some Thanos niggas.
Let them go, son. Let them go.
No, bro.
Thanos niggas, man.
I'll be honest with you. That point of view makes perfect fucking sense. But the thing is,
but the government didn't sustain anybody. No. Think about how much money did Jeff Bezos make during this fucking? His fortune quadrupled. Of course, because so the thing is,
holding up the economy by himself.
They think so backwards, but they think so forward at the same time. So they were like, okay, shut down the economy, everybody stay home, because if you stay home, it lowers down the COVID test, the COVID cases, whatever. Cool.
Then you're not gonna let nobody go to work.
So nobody goes to work, right? So money can't be pumped into the economy. All right, dumbasses. So what do we do now? But instead of saying, all right, guys, we're gonna send y'all money. Y'all can, buy shit online, because at the end of the day, what I said earlier, big business runs our economy. This is a spending economy. You got to put money in so money can start coming out. They love the fact that we buy dumb shit. And that's what we kept doing with Amazon. That's why Amazon got more money. But you have Mitchie, who's being mad greedy with the bread, where, we're not going to give you any money. But if you give that $2K, it helps put money back into the economy. It helps.
The more money you give me, the more money I can spend.
Right now, something to look forward to. And they are so caught up with trying to help the big business, but they don't understand that the middle class is what keeps this country afloat. Right. And that's the reason why that Trump won the election the first time, because he spoke to that white middle class that
no one was talking to,
that they felt that they were ignored. But at the end of the day, it wasn't really anybody's fault. It's just how this company is structured. I'm not company, I'm saying company. The country is a company.
Yeah, try to run it like a company.
It's structured in a way that it's become where like the middle class is forgotten. But just some blabbing right now. But Trump is an idiot. He's a pawn. Yeah. He's a dumbass. He doesn't know shit. But the thing is, he talks his mind. And us as people, we love that crazy talk. It goes back down in all types of dictators, all types of leaders. When you start talking that real shit, even if it don't make no fucking sense, people love it. So with the way things are going right now, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I really started thinking like, yo, these motherfuckers in power are really dumbasses.
Yeah, that's
that's what. Well, I think that also goes back to that just goes back to look how they've handled the whole pandemic, and that's why I'm personally saying that at the end of the day, if you're not giving people money, so then it's ridiculous for us to sit here and let people make their own decisions, because at this point you're fucking people. And then at the end of the day, with this vaccine. How is it that now California's getting to the point that they're talking about we're going to have to half the doses of the vaccine? So we're just going to give out one portion of the vaccine to more people and kind of see where it's going to go. Listen, at the end of the day, you have to let people make their own decisions. I would still be wearing a mask, social distancing, doing the whole thing. That's just me personally. But I also believe that everyone needs to be able to do what they want, especially when you're not giving them any way to fucking be able to sustain themselves or their families.
Yeah, we're in this weird fucking
look at New York. New York this is wild here. It is fucking.
You guys all grew up here, right? All grew up here. We still live here.
I'm in upstate though. It's a little bit different up here, but
it's still bro. I was in New York since I was how old? I've seen all the different transitions from New York when it went from Brooklyn being Biggie Brooklyn to Brooklyn being, hey, Starbucks coffee and get your little dog neutered.
How Brooklyn has changed.
Facts.
It's fascinating because growing up, whenever we would go out because I lived in Long Island and Nassau Hempstead. So when we would go out to the city, we'd go to Queens. But I didn't start going to Brooklyn until college. And that's when I started bouncing in Brooklyn. And I was like, Brooklyn's not what I thought. There were certain parts of it, but I was like, it's not as wild as I thought it was.
Some parts still the same though.
And then, that's what I'm saying. Certain parts you don't go to, but then, like you said, a few years later, I was like, they got white people running down the middle of the street with no problem. Ooh, amazing.
Yeah. It's
pricing people out.
But it's sad because New York is gentrification, but it's also at this point where a lot of these motherfuckers, it's hurting. Yeah. I know a lot of people in the nightlife game who are hurting right now.
Yeah. I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, so do you? So now that we've seen everything that's going on with the world, you know, what I mean, the crazy crackers on the hill, the whole COVID thing, you know, the 2020 is leaning over back into 2021. Have y'all lost hope in America? No.
It's
spoken like some real.
The thing is, we're seeing the downfall, but also the new start. Right now,
we got to burn it down though. We got to get a fresh start. We could get new starts, but we need the, you know what I mean?
But see, I think what needs to happen is people need to get more invested into, like, for instance, you have a whole side of people on the right who think that Donald Trump got cheated. That's what they believe in their hearts. They believe there was some election fraud, but they don't seem to understand that, hey, everyone knew that Biden voters, they were going to be mailing it in. Right. You knew that's where the mail-in ballots were coming from. So yeah, Trump may have had X amount of people at the polls, but you knew the Biden supporters were going to have these mail-in ballots. And then also too, something else that these people on the right don't like to talk about is their gerrymandering and then their redistricting. And then
I just learned about that about a month ago,
bruh.
On that gerrymandering shit.
So here's what they'll like to do. They'll like to change their county lines. So that way they can end up splitting a whole county of their votes. So that way they're able to keep it within their red districts. And then here's my thing when it comes to their voting ID. When it comes to their voting ID laws. Do I believe that when you go vote, you should have to show your ID? Yes. But it should be a government issued identification. Because at the end of the fucking
what else would you be showing?
No, because here's the thing. In Alabama, they were doing in Alabama, they were making it so that, like, there were some people who would have, like, their benefits cards and they couldn't use that as identification to go vote. They weren't allowed to. They're saying that you need an actual ID. What's the difference? This is a government issued identification.
Picture and name. Picture and name.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't understand. I never understood that, but there's a reason for that. Because
is it because of the immigrants?
Exactly.
But then you can't register to vote unless you're a natural citizen. Yeah, immigrants get a tax ID, or some of them do get, like, a working social security number, but that shit still shows up as they're fucking immigrants.
But the thing is, you have to look at my demographic. If that demographic is most likely gonna vote for Biden, I'm gonna try to get rid of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna make it hard for them. This shit been going on since they motherfucker allowed a black man to vote. They were like,
yeah.
So we allowing black people to vote? Ah, fuck. You know what? You gotta own land. You gotta own land now. And then most black people couldn't own land, so that takes out black people. It's
just modernized.
You know why Trump is tight? You know why Trump is tight? Because he's like, yo, I cheated and I still lost. This doesn't make any sense.
Well, it goes even beyond Trump. It goes even beyond.
That's a funny way to put it.
It goes beyond, like, the Trump cheating thing. It goes more towards, because when you look at how our Russia interfered with our election again, whatever.
Yeah.
It goes beyond that. It goes to the Republican Party. To me, it's funny because right now they're all like, they stole the election. Y'all been stealing elections. Y'all been doing, like, let's take it back to Bush. Like, yo, you motherfuckers have been doing this shit. So my
shout out to my man Al Gore.
My whole thing is that we as Americans need to understand that we need to get our elections right, so that way we can make sure we get the proper people in place to put things. Now, I'm not saying that where their heart is and wanting to make sure the election is right isn't wrong, but the issue is that you motherfuckers had said nothing. You said nothing when your people were chopping it up for your own point of view. But now all of a sudden you want a motherfucking Band-Aid on it? Suck my dick and die slow.
How
what?
We don't even have a clean system. You know what I'm saying? But we've had errors on our own part. Now we have fucking Russian infiltration on our voting system. How do we even have a clean race at this point?
So
I just want to know where the money in my defense budget is going. That this shit is happening.
Well, I agree on that. We should be able to like know where our tax spot is. Like we should know. We should be able to.
A lot of money being wasted.
Right.
Two things. You know what I read? I read a while ago.
Like municipal.
It said that if we were to stop putting money into our defense, it would take, I think, a minimum. I could be wrong. I could have been misread. 10 years for the rest of the world to catch up to us. That's how far ahead technology-wise when it comes to our defense. Number two is
all of the world, because I don't know about China. And China never know. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, and this is just my belief. I think China's wild pussy. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. The only thing that they have is that their population is so much higher than ours. So if they were ever to invade us, they got an unlimited amount of people there. But the only reason why niggas don't fuck with us is because we are gun-toted the fuck up. We got too many weapons. And that's what's been keeping us as number one, because it's like, you know that bully or that bully type friend that owes you money and you really can't say nothing to him because he might fuck you up? That's who the United States is. And also, we talked about this earlier on the podcast. We putting money in a lot of motherfuckers' pockets around the world on some real mafia shit. Like, yo, I need you over there to shut the fuck up. Here's $100 million. When I need you,
I think we talked about that before. You were talking about where the U.S. is giving Israel all this money.
Yeah, we giving all these fucking people money, and then we can't even help our own citizens. But you know what, though? I'm gonna disagree with you slightly on saying that you don't think
that's the point.
You think with the whole China thing, right? So this is what I think.
This is another thing that has a strong China point. So China view. So
I don't fuck with China. I don't fuck with Russia. I don't like neither one of them. I hate them. I hate their countries and their leaders too. So here's my whole fuck them niggas. So here's my thought
no China trip for you then.
when it comes I don't ever want to go to China or Russia. Fuck out of here. Niggas like, oh, you want to go to Hong Kong?
I do.
I'm good. I'm good on it.
I go to Japan though too.
I'm good on it.
I go to Japan.
I'm good on it.
Me too.
No, I'll go to Japan all day.
Oh, okay.
I'll go to Japan all day.
So it's no real smoke with Japan though.
No, Japan knows.
Oh,
they know what it is. So
shout out to all the Japanese people listening out there. I fuck with y'all.
Oh no, I love the culture. I love the food. I love everything about the Japanese people.
Listen, let me. I don't think he's talking about the people themselves. He's talking about the shitty government.
Right.
Chinese people will definitely agree with him.
Here's the thing when it comes to those motherfuckers.
Oh, you didn't activate it.
When it comes to fucking China, this is why I think China's the bigger of the threat, is because when it comes to the debt and when it comes to the owing of the money, that really is where the problem is going to come from, and that's where. And then that's when, everything's going to come ahead. Yeah. Here's the thing with Russia. Yes, you do have the
big boys over there, though.
You do have the Russia intelligence, Russia infiltration. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this without a shadow of a fucking doubt. If it came down to America and Russia, we're beating the shit out of them. They don't want it. They don't like, I understand that Russia's talking about, we got this bomb, that kid that's able to fucking blow up like, a state the size of Texas. It's like, you don't think that we don't have a defense capable of protecting that? That's why. But see, you notice, listen, Russia will flex. They flex with the Syria shit. They flex with, over there and that shit trying to take over. Didn't they annex Crimea? When they didn't, so when they annexed Crimea, so Russia did flex on that shit, but America's been flexing. Yeah. And then to be honest with you, Obama let that shit go because he didn't really want to activate a full world war under him.
Over Crimea. Yeah.
Over Crimea, especially over some shit like that. But the issue now is with China and fucking which sea is it that they're building those artificial islands where they're trying to kind of they're coming a little bit closer.
It's the Pacific, right? Is it the Pacific? It has to be the Pacific because the Pacific Ocean or that area right there has always low-key been a hotbed. Because remember in World War II, the start of World War II was because Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. Was it Hawaii?
Yeah.
Yeah. They bombed Hawaii. Because that area is like you can get close to US. So I see why China's trying to do that shit. Like it keeps that because that's why we have like we felt some type of way about Cuba because they were so close to us. So I see what you're saying. But go ahead, brother.
But see, so now China's got that shit activated. But then as you were talking, I just was realizing something, that we need a president that's truly tough on both China and Russia, because as you were talking, I just realized that there was like a drill that Russia did where they came really close to Alaska.
Yes, they did.
They bought because remember I sent you the article?
Yeah, you did.
They bought their tanks and then their fighter jets really close to Alaska. So we truly do need a president. And I honestly, in my heart, it wasn't Trump. And it's definitely not Biden, but we need somebody who's not only for the people, who understands that, listen, this military budget needs to be used for the truly right purposes, because we got motherfuckers really busting up. And then something else too. If motherfuckers think that Iran getting a nuclear weapon is a good thing, oh, nigga, you mother, what the fuck? It's bad enough you got fucking Kim Jong, whatever the fuck over there, trying to fucking get
Is he still alive?
Unfortunately, his fat ass ain't croaked yet. But then who knows? But nah, we don't even want him to die because I don't even know if he has any kids. But his fucking sister, she's a cunt. She's a super duper cunt. So we definitely don't want that crazy fucking hoe in fucking office. I heard she is on some I'm killing everybody type shit. Because you know over there, this motherfucker evaporated his uncle.
So you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit kind of sexy to me.
There's something wrong with you, nigga.
She watched her uncle get evaporated by her brother, and then they ate afterwards, and then they drank Hennessy because these niggas like Hennessy.
Son,
it's amazing.
Son. Wait.
Your one takeaway was Hennessy on that point.
No,
they evaporated their uncle and then drank Hennessy and ate.
Hennessy in the Asian culture is popping, popping. And a lot of them,
especially after you evaporate your uncle.
Yeah, and
it's the best drink to have.
And how did they evaporate their uncle? Said uncle.
They used he used chemicals? Like some bomb, some shit. Like he used some shit. Yeah, he used a bomb on him.
I thought he like ray gunned him.
He was like, "Yo, you out here."
Too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought the same thing too, and I just kind of ignored it. I was like, "Damn."
Well, here's the thing. You do know that our government has admitted that we have laser technology.
Plasma.
I'm not surprised.
So like,
I'm not surprised.
It's a plasma tanks and shit.
The shit that we're on. But I'm just saying
that was a question I wanted to ask you.
We got motherfuckers having the gall to try to roll up on us. Like, it's amazing we allowed that shit.
That's what I was going to ask y'all too. Is like, because we were talking about everybody getting the arms race and everybody getting these weapons and everything. And I was going to say, how far do you think, you were saying before we're 10 years ahead of everybody else. How far do you think in terms of like our technology and like weapons and shit that we have that the people don't know?
I think we have some, and this is,
we've admitted to aliens how much we've gotten crazy shit, nigga. We got vehicles not of this earth, our country.
So once again, this was some crazy article I was reading fucking years ago.
This is a great podcast.
True. I don't know if it's true, but what it said was that the shit you see in movies is the country's old shit.
Yeah, hide in plain sight.
Yeah, I think I've read some. I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if it's true. I might be talking out my ass. That article must have been.
No, but that's what they try to do is hide in plain sight. Give it right to you.
Whatever you see in a movie, like some futuristic shit, we had that 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Well, can we talk about? I'm sorry.
So no. Hold on. So to answer his question, I think we got some wild shit, like some shit that you've seen in Transformers, the movie type of shit. I think we got some really I think we could teleport. I ain't gonna hold you. I think we could teleport.
They've actually been working on that, but besides that, our government has admitted that we have vehicles not made of this earth. Do people understand? We've admitted this. Our government admitted it. This shit, during the pandemic, these niggas was like, yeah, you niggas got to stay home. We're not going to give y'all no bread. Actually, nah. They're like, yo, we don't give y'all the stimulus. Everybody's happy. And then they was like, oh, yeah, we know about aliens. Ha, yay, party. Y'all take y'all money. And no one paid attention. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, our lives suck, yada, yada, yada. But, nigga, our government has admitted to that shit. Other countries have also definitely been in contact, bro. The weapons that we got, and
I think it's some wild shit.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is though? Like, what do you think we got?
I think it's like some
plasma pistols and shit.
I think it's even more
obviously Kim Jong-un evaporating his uncle.
Okay.
Like, I think it's some Halo 3 type of shit, top of the line. Like
shit.
they put a crystal in there,
and talk that shit.
And you shooting some laser shit. Like,
I talk that needle shit.
Like, I think where we at, like, we don't understand that we're at a place, technology wise, that's crazy. Even that. Look, I am sitting in Rosedale, Queens right now, and you guys are wherever, and we're having a full blown conversation. I can see you, I can talk to you, and with it, it's the delay is like less than a second, so we can understand each other perfectly. And that's just the major tip of the technology that we have right now. So just imagine what they're hiding from us.
Right.
So it's that part of that shit is kind of cool to me. I'm gonna be real.
Well, absolutely.
I just think it's us as humans. Take away black, white, Chinese, whatever. Us as humans, we're doing some ill shit, and it's fucking great. And just imagine where the world's going to be at in 30 years if we got our shit together political-wise. But technology-wise, like, just remember, like, we were on 15 years ago, we were texting with, like, and pressing the number 2.
We had fucking bandwidth. That's what we had dial-up. That's what we was doing 10, 15 years ago.
If I was on a computer at home.
Yeah, exactly. You've got mail, all that shit.
You know what? You know what's kind of crazy to me, because you was like talking about the future, and I was just like, yo, I think the way the world is going, there's gonna be another world war.
Okay.
I hope I'm not alive during that time. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't need to see that,
bro. I
won't believe it unless I see it.
Here's my issue. You know what makes me nervous about it? I feel as if the shit's gonna get popping when I'm like 50. I'm gonna be like, God damn it! Now.
By 50, I'm gonna be 40 pounds lighter and probably more mobile.
Oh yeah, but still, it's gonna just be like, still now when I'm 50, now you niggas want to try.
But you smarter though. You probably rocked up some skills by 50.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be more dangerous.
You probably rocked up some skills, like you probably don't even need to use your body that much. You got using the mind and shit. Probably got may have a kid. I don't know if you guys got kids now.
No.
And you might have a kid that might help you out too. Like, you know what I mean? You'll be out.
Maybe.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You'll be out.
Or maybe personally.
Niggas age every day, B.
Personally, by the time I'm 50, I'm gonna have some land, and I'm gonna have.
That's big mission.
When I tell you the amount of guns I'm gonna own, like, it's gonna be so.
You gonna have an arsenal,
bro? Because I gotta get to the point. Because like my grandfather, God rest his soul, the greatest thing was that when you were in his house, Lonzy Hinton always had the ratchet close by. It didn't matter if he was in his bedroom. He in his headboard, in his bed, against the wall. He cut into the wall. He had an AK.
That's dope.
He lived in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? He grew up, pre-segregation. It was different times. He always, at a bare minimum, he would have a 22 in his pocket. In his pocket, he would just be walking around or whatever. If you were in the living room, in the den, all he had to do is reach behind the couch, because he would sit in one spot. You knew he was sitting in Granddaddy's spot because he was chewing tobacco. He would put the spit cup right on top of the lamp right there.
I love it.
And he had the shotgun right there. If you went in the kitchen, in the pantry, that's where he had the rifle.
In the pantry? That's where I was supposed to get the snacks.
Yeah, well, we would go get the snacks, and you would just know when you go in, look to the left, it was right there. Boom, you didn't pay no attention. And that was just the basic parts of the house. I'm guaranteed there was, even in the room I was sleeping in,
straps hidden everywhere.
Oh yeah, so then he lived around bears too. He lived around, he grew up around crazy white, like he grew up pre-segregation. And it was always like, let me tell you a funny story. All right. So my father told me this story. So my father says, it's about two of his cousins. So my grandfather has he had two brothers, and I think he had like 4 sisters or something like that. So his two brothers, Uncle Tunk and my Uncle Wallace. These are, God rest their souls, these are some bad motherfuckers. Uncle Tunk owned a pig farm. I'm gonna leave it there. And then Uncle Wallace used to run a liquor store. But then they also used to do, just other shit, odds and ends make me, make ends meet. And so there was, my Uncle Tunk had 2 sons. They had this situation back in town. I forgot whatever it was. But then this white dude cheated them out of their money or was disrespectful to them, whatever the case may be. So they came running up because they were closer to my granddad's house, just because they live in Bumfuck, North Carolina. So just where they had a bed, they were by my grandfather. So then they stopped over. They said, Lonzy, this motherfucker cheated us. He was racist or said some shit to us, whatever the case may be. So my grandfather was like, what? And now, mind you, out of all the brothers, my grandfather's the lover. My grandfather was the one that was about women and just, having a good time. But he always had the ratchet, but he was always ready. He was always just on go. His brothers were the crazy. Uncle Wallace is the craziest motherfucker in the world. Like, I can't even tell some of this shit on. Like, I'm a guy who's open, but I can't even open that shit because the shit he has done is just like
too savage.
The FBI got him on the liquor still because they couldn't get him on some other shit. You know what I mean? Some people may not be walking because of Uncle Wallace. I don't even know. He dead now. It doesn't matter. I don't care. So now my grandfather goes over to, to where the white dude stay or whatever the case may be. However it goes, he knew the dude. And my grandfather grabbed the shit. He was like, come on with me. So they get in the car, and then my grandfather's getting out the car. Pulls up. Grandfather pulls the shit out, and he's yelling the dude's name. Now, guess who comes outside the back with this dude?
Who?
The white boy, my Uncle Wallace, and my Uncle Tom. So they all come out and they're like, Lonzy, what happened? Why you got this shit? This motherfucker did this to the boys, whatever the case may be. So Uncle Wallace was on go immediately. So Uncle Wallace pulled out his shit. He was like, I guess we got to kill this nigga right now. And then Uncle Tunk, because this is Uncle Tunk kids. Uncle Tunk was the only one who talked the shit through. They figured out the situation and they put it right there. That is the kind of, I don't even know how we got on me telling this wild story.
We're here now.
But this is, so nothing happened from him. They ended up making ends meet. I think the guy ended up rightfully paying whatever he had to pay or did whatever they had to do because they were doing business because of the liquor steal shit.
Yeah. So was this the for prohibition? Prohibition era?
Nah. This is after prohibition. This is just motherfuckers making, because you just can't make liquor and sell it.
Yeah.
So they would down in Perquimans County. You have Perquimans County and I forgot the other one. But there was only two black hoop sellers that was known. Uncle Wallace and I forgot the other dude. They had cut the shit up perfectly. You got that. Anybody else got stuffed out. And then the white boys had whoever they had. That's how but then sometimes they would just mix it and however business would happen. And that's how I guess that connection was there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's what they just so that's why it's just kind of funny. It was like my grandfather's not even the one who's wild like that. But then my grandfather also shot my cousin Poochie in the foot, but that's another story for another day.
It's all good. It's part of life.
Yeah, that happens.
Character building.
I don't.
Nah, he didn't. It was Pooch. Everybody know my grandfather's gonna shoot somebody or shoot at something. He's always gonna shoot on the right side first, and then he's gonna put the barrel to wherever he wants to. You just don't stay on the right side, dummy. Now the fucking guy, whoever my grandfather had the problems, got away, and then fucking they had to take your ass to the hospital and lie. It was amazing. Yeah,
it happens. It sounds like typical family shit.
It's amazing.
Typical family shit.
I'm from my family's from North Carolina. That's why people like.
I don't want my uncle shooting me, nigga.
Well, I think that should happen in like the 70s or 80s. It was a different time. And then they're in bumfuck North Carolina. It's a different time. These niggas were known to just be drinking and they got guns. So fuck it. Such is life. Go get a gun, people.
It's what it is. I want to randomly. I think we've been talking randomly shit this whole podcast, so I'm gonna continue. Oh,
absolutely. That's what the podcast is. Wonderful.
I want to take a month off from the world and live on the land and learn how to live on the land. That's one of my goals before I turn 40. A whole month, get somebody to teach me how to live off the land, grow food. Kill a fucking chicken if I have to, fucking do all that.
Have you ever killed a chicken?
No, I've seen my mom do it because my mom used to sometimes.
What's her technique?
She cracks the neck. I never seen her do it. I know she cracks the neck.
Was she just like?
And then, yeah. So
gotcha.
Haitian people, like Caribbean people, there's like these spots that have like in Brooklyn, especially they have like
in Queens. And in Queens, over there by the you know, when you're gonna get the subway for like United Jamaica. My grandmother live in Queens, so I be seeing that show all the time.
I don't think it's there anymore, but it might still be. I haven't been there in years. Like,
yeah, they probably cut it down because the shit got loose.
Yeah, so you can probably buy like live chickens, live roosters, and a couple of like live animals.
Like goats and shit too.
Yeah. So I've seen that, and I've always been intrigued by it. Like, yo, I would love to learn how to because I'm such a city kid, to one day disconnect from the world, social media, everything, and just live off the land, just learn. Because you never know. We spoke about World War III. There might be that one time where everything gets shut down, and we gotta live off the land.
Mm-hmm.
And
we know a lot of people ain't gonna survive because they're just getting toilet paper.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that. And hand sanitizer. It's stuff like that.
Damn shame.
But yeah, that's kind of one of my things I want to do. You guys inspired me, and I've been really thinking about it for like a couple of months.
Oh shit!
Appreciate it, man. Get that green thumb, brother.
Listen, this has been one hell of a podcast. We're gonna have you back on again to talk wrestling.
Sure.
But like, fuck it, this was fucking great.
Yeah, it was. I had a good time, man. Thank you.
Listen, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate your time.
Definitely.
And we're definitely gonna have you back on. Listen, that over there is Sir Wilkins from the Job to His podcast. Y'all can go check him out. Mm-hmm. I am Dean. That over there is the Man Lowe's.
Good, y'all.
This is Black of the Berry. That's Sir Wilkins. We out.
Peace, love, and chicken.
Peace, love, and motherfucking chicken.